Hello and welcome to Ambi Marie Knits. My name is Amber. This is episode 62. Today is July 19th, 2024. Welcome to my crafty channel where usually it's knitting, but we've also got crochet, a lot of spinning lately, what with Tour de Fleece, as well as sewing. Welcome everybody. We're gonna get started with an FO. Yay! I will have a better picture next week because this is not for me, so it doesn't look good on me. But I finished the Tolsta Tank. This is a pattern by Rebecca Clow, and it's a very versatile pattern. So when you get this tank pattern, you get fingering weight or DK weight, then you get three different necklines. This is the square neck. Look at how pretty it is though. Look at that. Yarn is Super Glow in the colorway Birthday Bash. I did helical knitting on the bottom, and then the top I alternated every 2 rounds instead of every 1 round like I did on the bottom, just to make sure they blended in. Changes I made to this. I did a provisional cast on because I wanted to make sure the length. It actually ended up almost too long. I do have just a little tiny bit of ribbing that I added on there. That's the only, oh, and my bind offs. All my bind offs, I did an Italian bind off, which is a type of tubular bind off. Problem is when I bound off the front and the back, they're loose. I think maybe just because there wasn't enough, or I should have gone out another needle size. So I will put a link to the video I used below, but I discovered that you can use elastic thread. Just got this at Joann. Yay for my lighting, always being a mess. Sorry I complain about that all the time. I need to stop. Just, it is what it is. We move on. But okay, let me fix my leg. So I did 2 rows where I just ran the elastic through there, and it doesn't draw it in a lot. It does it though just enough so where it's not like flopping around. So really cool little trick. Like I said, I'll link the video below that I used for that, because I've actually got some socks that I've gifted my sister that the sewn bind off was too loose, and most of that's just a case of not doing enough ribbing. But I'm going to go ahead and fix all those for her, so they're better for her to wear. So that'll be cool. But yay, finished object. Also on this, so you guys remember how I made that cool camera stand thing, and I'm going to record all these tutorials. Sorry I haven't done that. I actually did try this morning to do a tutorial of sewing this in. There's a problem. It's called lighting. I tried to do it, and it was a disaster. So still to come. I'm still planning on doing that. I just have to figure out a little bit of a better setup for it. So bear with me. But here's my one and only finished object for the day, week, what have you. Pretty exciting though, because I literally just finished this morning. It took a long time to do the sew and bind offs. Take a while. They're worth it. They definitely aren't fast. So there's that. Next up, I have a half finished object. This one comes with a little bit of life. I do apologize for not waiting till the end, but I have to tell the full story. So, I have sock. This yarn is Olga and Odd. It's by Kimber Makes, and I love it. It's colorway electric. It is an 80/20. It's an 80/20 sock yarn. This sock has cast on 60 stitches, 20 row cuff, 30 row leg, shadow wrap heel. It is done in a 3x1 rib. Okay, story behind the sock. I know technically you saw the little bit I had done on the cuff last week. I actually ripped that out, and last Saturday I had to go pick my kid up at the airport about 3 hours away. We were gone way longer than that, of course, but that's fine. I made this sock in about 9 hours. So I went ahead and ripped it out and recast it on. I don't remember why. There was something on it I didn't like. I think I didn't like, I decided I wanted to do the ribbing. I think that was it. But I cast it on about 5:30 in the morning. We left about 5:45. And I had it completely done well, say I had it completely done. When we got home, I had like 2 rows left on the toe, so I like sat in the car and finished that and brought it inside the kitchen area. But between 5:30 and like 2:30, I got it done. Yes, my hands hurt. I don't necessarily recommend knitting an entire sock in 9 hours, but it is doable if you have the time. And I was just sitting riding the entire time. That trip was a little bit frustrating. It rained. It wasn't supposed to rain, but boy, did it rain. But that's this. Now, I have not cast on the second sock on this because Knitty Natty's sock week starts Sunday. And I'm going to do the other one for sock week. I may do another pair. I don't know. Well, I don't know what I want right now. I don't know what I want. A lot of crafting stuff. So we're fine. But I do have it in my Shark Week bag that I made a couple years ago. Inside's red. I love it. It looks so good. And there's the yarn. I did knit these on size 1, 2.25 millimeter magic loop because that's what I do. And yeah, very happy. So hopefully next week this will be done. Okay, so finished object, half finished object. Next step are whips. So first whip we're going to talk about is I did cast on. Do you call it cast on if it's crochet? I don't care. I started another of the granny stitch bandanas. So this one is actually in a fingering weight. So I'm just going to do it till it's big enough. So the pattern's more like a guideline anyways. I am using a boy crochet hook because that's what I tend to prefer at size D, 3.25 millimeter. You're not going to be able to see that maybe. Yarn is Jody Long, something to do with sunshine. I don't honestly remember the name of it, but no, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Not for me. Don't know who it's for. I'm just making it because I can make it. Okay, there's that whip. The tank was my main focus this past week. I wanted to get it done. Hopefully, I might get you a picture next week of the recipient wearing it. We'll see. The next thing I did work on was my, names are escaping me, my blanket. Jelly roll blanket. This is in a giant bag I made with the cute little hamster gerbil whatever fabric. I don't know, it's cute. So I just worked on it for one day at work. Like I didn't want to work on anything else, but I wanted to work on something. So when that happens, scrappy blankets are always the best. So I got done. Let's see, I've got my cool little spooky holiday. There we go. Stitch stoppers. I was there. I got that much done. That's it. That's something now. For something I bring out once a month if I'm lucky. I mean, every little bit counts. I think I'm on like 2 years on this blanket. Here, let me show you the whole thing. Kind of, sort of, maybe. We're at 2 years on this. It may take another 2. That's fine. I'm okay with that. At least I got something done. That's really what matters there. And that's all the knitting stuff that I've been working on. Since I finished the tank, I am going to get started back on my sea glass cardigan. Also, I really need to fix my partner pullover, and that may happen. I currently am on a small vacation. I am off work for like 4 more days. So I'm going to try and work on those. But I have some sewing I have to get done. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to stick with fiber. Next up, we're going to do spinning. So this week I spun my Storyteller Stitchery, Alice's Adventures. It's 100% merino. And I am so proud of this, y'all. Like, it's not perfect, but I got 260 yards out of this. 260 yards for 115 grams or whatnot that it is. All my other ones that I've done were like 160. Like, I got 100 more yards out of this 2-ply. Oh, so soft. And a little comparison. I think I've got one more thing I'm going to spin before Tour de Fleece is over. I haven't figured out what yet, though. But this was the first one I finished with Tour de Fleece. So, you know, the beginning of the month, I did that one. And then there's this one. They're both good. They're both fine. But definitely I can see the improvement. So that's so exciting for me. And speaking of spinning and whatnot, Knit Picks had their big sale they had one day that was free shipping. So I wound up getting some of this. I've got 4 of the Stroll Unspun Roving, and it's just 100% fine superwash merino wool. So I didn't, or Swish, not Stroll, sorry, Swish. Still Knit Picks. Wow, the light is so bad. So I'm going to dye these, and I don't know, I've got 4. If I can get this much out of them, I can make a top. I don't know what. I do have that Penta pullover I was gonna make. That would be fun in that, but I don't know what colors I want. I have a whole bunch of dye stock that I made up a long time ago that I want to clean out, so I'm planning on going through that, and I've never dyed fiber like this, so it'll be a learning experience, but I'll keep y'all updated on what happens with this. Oh, the other cool thing is with Knit Picks, one of the cards, it came with a crafty word search. I just thought that was really cool. Like, oh, it's kind of old. It does say, discover the mystery phrase to unlock a discount on your next purchase, expires April 30th to 24th. So that's out of date, but it came with a crafty word search. That's nifty. Okay. So that's all the fibery stuff. We're still going to do a little tiny bit of acquisition. So I did go to one of the new fabric stores I have in my town, and I got some interesting things there. I got this. It's a zipper jig. So I have not used it. Quite frankly, I haven't even opened the box yet. But I've been doing those zipper bags, and I've got the zipper by the yard, and it is not fun. It looks like this. Like trying to put the zippers on. So I'm hoping this makes it a little bit easier. Wish me luck on that. And then y'all know how much I love my Tula pink, or in this case, Free Spirit is Tula pink too. I got me a little mini charm pack in the true colors, and let's see if I can kind of, aren't they pretty? So this is probably going to be a bag. I'm probably going to sew these together and make myself, I don't know, probably a zipper bag so I can try out the zipper thing too. We'll see. Okay. So that is all my whips, all my acquisitions. As far as it goes, oh, so another sewing project I really need to do, that's one of my plans for today, is that quilt. I don't know if you all remember that kind of lavender quilt I was making. Still haven't finished it yet. Baby's like a week old. I gotta get it done. So I've been working on quilting it slowly. I've not done enough. I'm just doing straight line quilting, but that is something I will be showing to you next week, because I will get that done before I have to go back to work. All the crafty stuff. Next up, we are going to do reading. So as far as reading goes, I did finish book 3 of the Vampire and the Case of series. So that was, sorry, I'm looking at my Goodreads. The Vampire and the Case of the Secretive Siren, and then I also finished, just last night, The Vampire and the Case of the Baleful Banshee. These books are by Heather G. Harris and Jillian Dolbear. They're pretty good. Mysteries really aren't usually my thing, but so far they've been quite interesting. I have not started the next one yet. I need to. I might switch it up for something different yet. I don't know. Put in a book recommendation, if you would. Go and comment below. What are you reading? I generally read fantasy, paranormal, something of that type of genre, but tell me what you're reading. Give me some ideas. And that's it. I'll put a picture of the garden at the end. It's looking amazing and terrible at the same time, but so many tomatoes that are all green. So eventually I'm going to have way too many tomatoes than what I can eat, but that's okay. But that's it. This one's kind of short and sweet this week. I can't wait to see y'all next week and what I've gotten up to. See you later.